Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at a wide variety of different Pokemon as I was battling in the Go Battle League when it first opened up yesterday as well as today. And let's see what we have going on here. I'm going to actually be using Gengar as well as Articuno quite a bit, and of course Granbull and Swampert, and then we'll be, throwing in Cresselia and Giratina Origin form here and there. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started on the commentary. Swapping into the Cresselia up against the Gyarados, expecting a crunch, which is going to do super effective damage, and still not that much because, well, Cresselia is just a tank. I'm glad that they, changed Moonblast and all, but it just makes Cresselia so good with Psycho Cut, and yeah, something's got to give. Anyways, going up against Obstagoon here, getting off that Moonblast, they did block it, no attack debuff. We're going to go ahead and shield up that first Night Slash there, able to get to another Moonblast here. See if we can get the attack debuff. No, they're using both shields, and let's see what I decide to do here. Gonna go ahead and let this go down. We do have the Articuno and Swampert. They're swapping into their Togekiss here, and we do have that Articuno in the back. Gonna go ahead and go for that Hydro Cannon here. The Charms are doing so much damage. Charm is so crazy strong, guys. It's funny because in the main series games it does no damage, but in Pokemon Go it is very good. Of course, with that low energy gain because of that massive damage output. Going in here with the Cresselia and getting off another Moonblast. And it's obviously going to land. And swapping into the Articuno, we're going to be shielding this up here. And we're able to get to an Icy Wind. This is going to lower their attack and do a good amount of damage. As we know, Icy Wind is very strong here. And what's the verdict? Going to be Cross Chop, and we survive barely and getting it with the Ice Shard there. So into the next battle, we're met with a Reggie Steele. This is an absolute horrible situation. And as you've seen on my Articuno, I do only have one move. I find it not necessary to have two. Obviously, it will help you out in certain situations, but I'm just going to go with that Icy Wind while I'm testing it out here. And swapping into Cresselia, hoping that they might swap themselves, but it looks like they're going to be sticking this out here. So we're just going to have to make do and hope we get the debuff on the Reggie Steele here. Now we'll be resisting all of the moves, and there we go, attack debuff 1. Fantastic. If you do hear a bit of ruffling around or squeaky sounds or anything like that in the background, well, that's Athena, of course, because, yeah, she's up here with me. I don't like to leave her in the cage all the time while I'm doing this editing stuff. I like to have her right next to me. Anyways, bringing them fairly low. As you can see, it's like almost neck to neck, sort of. I mean, if you have an energy advantage on the Cresselia and you get the attack debuff, then it's going to be looking, pretty good. We're able to bring it down fairly low. I thought they were going to lock on Pharmas all the way down, so that's a good thing they didn't do that, so they don't have a ton of energy. And now we can go ahead and bring in our Swampert. If we would have done this in the first place, they would have swapped out immediately. I can guarantee you that. Well, I can't guarantee you, but, probably more than likely then they would have countered us. So let's see what they do have in the back. This Reggie Steele is really giving me a hard time. They still have two shields, and it is a Venusaur behind there. They was just probably laughing like, all right, no problem. I'm just going to go in here right with my Venusaur. They are swapping into their Poliwrath. We're going to be doing that. Icy Wind, not very effective, but still lowering the attack. And when we get hit by the Dynamic Punch, it is going to do not that much. I mean, it's going to add up here because Mudshot is going to be able to generate energy so fast, but at the same time we're going to be able to continuously lower the attack while we do stay neutral. We don't have to worry about any debuffs on the Poliwrath. I'm going to go ahead and shield that one up. Probably should have shielded up the other one, but it doesn't really matter. Swapping into the Swampert to kind of use it as a shield, and then going back into Articuno here, and then I realized that the time was up, so yeah, it looks like they're going to be winning from a time up here. But it doesn't really matter. They would have won anyways, I think. Alright, so yeah. So even if I had a little bit more time, I don't really think I could have necessarily won that. Because I'm not too sure how much energy the Venusaur had, and it probably could have gone off a Frenzy Plant or maybe even a Sludge Bomb. I don't think I had enough energy for that. But nonetheless, good games, and you got me there. On to the next one. We're met with a Gyarados in the lead, and this is great for our Articuno here. Alright, where were we? I had to start playing with Athena for a little bit. She was getting a little crazy, and got her a new toy. She really enjoys it. It's like a little lamb chop from that show back in the day on PBS, right? So anyway, Going for the Icy Wind again. That's the only thing we have going for us on the Articuno. Taking them out, that's good. We didn't use a shield. They didn't use one either, so it's fine. They're going to be hitting us with Flash Cannon. Going in here with Swampert, they're going to be swapping into their Cresselia, and we're going into our Muck. It's like we had the, I wouldn't say the perfect counters, but good counters for their team here. And they're going to be using their first shield. We're going to go ahead and let this Moonblast go through and just hope we don't get a debuff. And we're looking great. So at this point, we've pretty much kind of checkmated them because of our counters and the Pokemon we do have here. We just got lucky enough for the algorithm to say, hey, looks good for you. I think we'll let you have a win this time. So I'm going to go ahead and swap right back into our Swampert when they go into the Reggie Steele. And full health, one shield left. We're looking good. Swampert's even flexing over here. Going to go straight for the Earthquake. And doing big damage, of course. They still have one shield left. And at this point, we could just simply go for the Hydro Cannons. And the Cresselia is going to come back in here. Do I shield this up? We're going to go ahead and let this go down. Bring in the Muck. We have energy ready to go. And we're going to go ahead and shield up that Moonblast. If they do get to another one, which I do believe they will. Yes, they will. Even if we get the attack debuff, we're looking fantastic at this point. And we're going to be able to finish it off. Now, I haven't really been using Muck too much, but it is a great choice for sure. As a matter of fact, I did just hatch a 100% Alolan Grimer. So it's, you know, Alolan Muck in the Master League. It's alright, I suppose. I guess it's going to find a little bit more play in the Premier Cup. So we'll see how that works out. Anyways, up against the Swampert. And you know why I put Muck in the lead? Because I kept running into Cresselia leads. So I was like, you know what? Alright, fine. Let's go ahead and put the Muck up here, and as soon as I did, I ran into a Swampert. You know how it goes, folks. Alright, so they're definitely gaining a lot more energy than they need to get off Hydro Cannon at this point. They're ready for the next Pokemon. That's exactly what they were doing. So we're going to go ahead and go in here with the Articuno, and there you go. They just got off like one Mud Shot or two or something like that, and I'm sure they still have residual energy ready to go. And they're going to be swapping into a Charizard. And I'm going to be going immediately into the Swampert here and shielding that first attack. Going for Dragon Claw. We did not shield. Well, we have no more shields left. All right. So we're just going to go straight for the Hydro Cannon. We should be able to get to another one. They're letting it go through. In comes their Swampert, and we will be able to survive a Hydro Cannon and Earthquake. I don't think so. Well, actually, maybe. But nonetheless, we're going to be able to get to the Hydro Cannon. Oh, sorry about that. Man, the puppy is just like, I wouldn't say driving me crazy, but just so rambunctious. I had to go put her downstairs, and I completely spaced this out. But we're going up against my friend Blast Mike here, so shout out to him for sure. This is a pretty awesome battle. When I saw it was him, I was like, no way, you'll see. I'll put in the part where actually we gain our friendship through the Go Battle League. Always awesome when that does happen. All right, so I did accidentally shield up the Charizard, or yeah, when the Charizard uses its first charge attack on the Swampert. I didn't mean to hit that, and I was like, you know what? Whoops, but it turned out that I kind of needed that Swampert. So good games, and thank you for the battle. Moving it on to the next one, we're using Obstagoon here up against the Reggie Steele. Now, I do not have Cross Chop, which would be a lot better for me, right? But if I do get that, I don't know, attack boost like I just did on my first Night Slash, we're going to be looking fantastic. The counters are going to be doing a lot more damage, and at this point, we don't even need Cross Chop anymore. Although it would help out, right? But they're deciding to use that shield there, and we gain our attack again twice. Are you kidding me, guys? Let's get it. Let's see if this Obstagoon is going to be able to sweep here. So we have no more shield, so we need to be careful. We're going to be building up to that Gunk Shot. Let's see if they want to shield this up. And they do, and at this point, it's game over. If we were able to get that through, we would have been able to potentially... Well, it would have KO'd the Poliwrath, but nope, that's fine. I was contemplating switching, but I got the attack boost twice, so I just kept going with it. Now, here is that team I was talking about, using Obstagoon and Gengar on the same team, because they both complement each other quite well because of their typings and, you know, resistances and weaknesses. It's going to be a great kind of combination for them to play together. It's even going to be better once the Gengar does receive its Community Day move. It's going to have that ability to potentially spam a little bit faster and or bait a lot better. So we're going to go ahead and do this again, I do believe, with the Gengar. The only problem is, well, you're so weak to fighting with the Obstagoon, and you're so weak to Psychic with the Gengar, or even Dark. I mean, Gengar's just a glass cannon in general, so it's like not the most reliable Pokemon, but as you're going to see here, and previously, it does a lot of damage, right? It really does. Anyways, up against the Cresselia, we're just going to keep trucking on. Psycho Cut doesn't really do much to Gengar. You're going to be able to do a lot more with your Shadow Claw versus it, but you do need to look out for Future Sight. That's going to absolutely just one-shot you, no problem. You will be resisting the Moonblast because of the poison typing. So Gengar's a pretty fun pick, especially with Mega Evolutions coming in 2020, right? So excited for that. I think they're going to roll out starters first. Personally, that's just would make sense. You know how Niantic does it. They're not going to give us all however many Mega Evolutions is like somewhere in the 50s or something like that. I think I have to go back and check, but there are quite a bit. It's like them dropping generations. They'll probably say that they're bringing Mega Evolutions into 2020, and that's going to be basically just a few. So it's not like they said all Mega Evolutions, so key word there. So anyways, up against the Giratina, watch this. Let's see the damage. Look at that, beautiful Shadow Claw and Shadow Ball combination, just doing a ton of damage, but unfortunately they're going to be able to take us out with that Reggie Steele Flash Cannon. It's a good game. Moving it on to the next one here, starting it off with the Granbull, and we are going with the Charm. We do have that Charizard in the back, so this is not good. We need to get this Empoleon out of here. We don't necessarily want to switch. We kind of just want to wear it down. We're going to go straight for the close combat. Let's see if they decide to shield up. And they do, unfortunately. So our defense is extremely low, but at least we're able to bring that Empoleon down. We are actually going to be going in with the Giratina. Obviously, we're not going in with the Charizard up against somebody who's using a Waterfall Pokemon. That's just going to be horrible. And we're going to go ahead and just farm this thing all the way down. Giratina, not the healthiest situation, but a bunch of energy behind it. They're going to be bringing in their own here. And we're going to be able to get off that Dragon Claw. And we're just going to continue to do this. Good thing I built up all that energy here. I wonder what they do have in the back that made them bring out their own Giratina. Looks like they're going to be farming us down right as we get to another Dragon Claw. Bringing in the Charizard here. And we're looking great. So there's probably like a Swampert or a Grass type in the back maybe that they didn't want to show. We'll see exactly what that's going to be here. So they're swapping into a Venusaur. All right, shieldless. Let's go Blast Burn. Gained a little bit more energy, so we're able to get to this Dragon Claw here. And this should KO. I might have to get off one more Fire Spin. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. And we're able to take the win. Fantastic. Always a good option to go with that Charizard, right? But make sure your team comp is right. Otherwise, you're going to have some trouble. So we're met with a Clefable when we're using Obstagoon. We're actually going to be testing out Venusaur, and they swap immediately into Giratina. And I already know how this works out. It's not going to be good for me whatsoever. We'll be able to chip away slowly but surely with the Frenzy Plants, but yeah, not very effective while they're going to be doing neutral damage to us here. Going for another Frenzy Plant, able to get to those at a pretty good rate, as we all know, with that Vine Whip on Venusaur. Can't wait for Mega Venusaur. Can you imagine with the tank and a little bit more HP? Man, you're going to be able to spam those Frenzy Plants like normal, but they're going to be doing a lot more damage as well as your Vine Whip. I don't know, guys. It's just so mind-boggling whenever I think about Mega Evolutions, but I'm sure... oh, man, I almost gave him too much credit. Anyways, let's continue on here. So the Clefable took us out. Going to go in here with the Gengar, and we're resisting those charms, right? Shielding this up because we don't know if it's a Psychic. Meteor Mash still would have hurt because Gengar is just really glassy. I wanted to double shield the Gengar and farm all the way down. But even though we're resisting it, you know, we're kind of that glass cannon, and I think we just reached the max for the energy. And getting any lower with Gengar is a little bit risky for whatever they do throw in. We could risk just getting taken out immediately with a ton of energy. It's going to be a Swampert, and we're going to try to do a little bit of damage with our Venusaur, but it immediately goes down due to low health. In comes the Gengar again and gets taken out with Shadow Sneak. Ouch. Alrighty, moving it on to the next battle here. Yeah, Gengar's fun. It's just very hard to use, right, because of the glassiness. Having the Community Day move, is it going to help it? Do I think it's going to help it? Yeah, obviously, but the problem is running a double ghost move is going to be very problematic for you potentially, and in liability, because if you run into a normal type, you're not going to be looking great. Or dark type, very common, Obstagoon. Could you imagine having Shadow Claw, Shadow Ball, and then Shadow Punch on your Gengar, and just literally doing no damage to the Obstagoon? You're going to be forced to switch. Simple as that. So what I'm trying to get at here is you're going to want to go with the Community Day move and then probably Sludge Bomb for a bit of coverage, or maybe even a Dark Pulse if you have that Legacy. Or wait a minute. Wait, you're going to have to use an Elite TM. So, oh, that's something to consider. Dark Pulse. Okay, since you're going to have that Ghost type option, everything that's weak to Ghost is weak to Dark. Man, big brain moves over here, folks. Watch out. All right. Anyways, up against the Cresselia here, we're going to let this go through. Wait, do we even have shields? Yes, we have 2 shields. We have 1 shield. They have 2 shields. All right, focus. Okay. Going for that Dragon Claw. And, oh, that was so close. Unfortunately, not able to take them out here. Whoop, we're using a shield. Nice. All right, we have a bit of energy. They're bringing in their own Giratina. We're going to go for the Dragon Claw. And just do as much damage before we do go down. We should be able to get to 1 more. Oh, that was so close. That's fine, though. They use their energy instead of farming us down, which I like. They're going to be swapping immediately, and I'm going to be going right into my Swampert and kind of countering their swap with my Swampert to their Escavalier. And this is a winning matchup for me. They do have a shield advantage, so yeah, probably they could lose this one here if they don't want to see how this works. They're using that last shield, and at this point, I think, yeah, they got me here. So, not looking too great. Let's see how I can maybe pull this off with the Granbull with the Charm. So, if they can't go for Mega Horn, I mean, they can, but it's not very effective. So, Drill Run is their only option. Still doing a lot of damage. Wanted to farm all the way down, but I felt like it was a bit risky here. And are we going to be able to take out that Giratina? This is going to be so close. And, oh my gosh. All right, so did you see what happened there? It lagged. So that was happening and puttering for me and puttering for them. And all of a sudden it would just like do like 3 charge moves. It's like what I was talking about in my last video. It almost seems like if you were on the other end, as if they were cheating, right? Because of that little exploit. And by the way, that's still going, right? It is still going and is still happening. Niantic, if you're watching this, I'm sure you already know. I'm sure you're well aware of the situation. Maybe not. Anyways, going up against the Cresselia. Swapping into Giratina here, they're going to be going into their Reggie Steele. This is, this is not the best situation, to be honest with you. Shadow Sneak's going to be doing neutral damage, but not very much because, well, it's not that strong. And Reggie Steele is just an absolute tank of a Hulk. Just sitting over there like a stone, just throwing rocks at you, and it's just all bad. Well, not necessarily. It's throwing some metal, right? And then some random focus blasts. So they're going to be getting off flash cannons. It's going to be bringing us so dang low. Getting off 1 more of these. And wait a minute. This is looking pretty good for us, actually. All right, so they're forced to use that energy here because Lock-On and Ghost types is not doing much at all. Despite it, pretty much not doing any damage anyways. Going in here with the Granbull. Having a little bit of lag, or were they deciding? Okay, they were deciding. Never mind. They have an Escavalier in the back. We're going to be going for Crunch just to get that last shield out of them. And getting some lag now. Beautiful. All right, they're using that shield. They have 2 more. We have 1 more left as well. So we're looking pretty good for this situation here. Going in with the Swampert. And if you have a shield with Swampert, it's not going to be game over. But yeah, you know what it is. Swampert is just too good, and Mega Swampert is just gonna. I mean, what? It's like almost disgusting to think about it. Like, I'm excited for Megas, but what? How are they going to regulate this? All right, so we're gonna be able to take the win. Moving it on to our next battle here, folks, and I just wanted to bring you guys a nice long Go Battle League video, seeing that I haven't really done these in a while because it was shut down. And I haven't really been making those long. I mean, actually, I've been making the long videos, but anyways. Going to be going for that crunch onto the Cresselia here. Using a shield, great. And wow, Snarl is so fun to use. You are able to spam so fast. I think I'm going to test it out a little bit more, bring you guys like a full video and a little bit more battles. That last one, I probably used it for about like 4 or 3 battles, or maybe even less. Maybe I can bring you guys a full one tomorrow for Go Battle League. I'm really happy that they're letting us do 6 sets. I really, it'd be nice if it was like 10, but, give them an inch, take them out. I know. I'm happy for what we have right now. Anyways, going in with the Giratina, going for that Dragon Claw, missing a bubble. All right, let's go. And up against the Obstagoon here. They're going to be obviously throwing the Night Slash. And they got the attack boost. I think that's what they just got there. All right. So I think I might want to swap. We're just going to carry on. Shield this up. And I do not know what I'm going to do here. Go for this. All right, they have no more shields, right? So that's perfectly fine. And go into Char. All right, fantastic. What do they have in the back? It's our own Charizard. So we do have a bit of an energy advantage because we did swap and gain a bit of energy on that Obstagoon here. And expecting a Blast Burn from them as well. We're going to be able to get to a Dragon Claw before them now. And this should secure the win for us here. Looking good. Obstagoon does not have much health. Wait, no, Obstagoon's fainted. Obstagoon doesn't have much health. It's already been fainted, but all right, so this is very interesting. The Heracross would have been okay because we do have Snarl right now. We switched it to Snarl, but they did not know that. They just instantly swapped out, which is the instinctive thing to do because, when you see Granbull with your fighter out there, you try to get the heck out and swap immediately without even throwing any quick moves. So, yeah, I was really happy when he did that. I was thinking, all right, let's go. Granbull just flexing and making people switch without even knowing what the quick move is. So, able to spam those crunches onto the Cresselia. We're going to go ahead and shield this up because we have a bunch of energy and we want the switch advantage here. They're going to be going in with Muck, so we're going to go for the close combat, which would do okay damage, right? It's going to be neutral. Able to get to another one thanks to Snarl. Do you see the potential here? Thing is crazy spam. And yeah, they were able to farm us quite a bit, so that's not a good thing at all. They're going to go ahead here with Swampert. We're going to swap right into our Giratina when they swap into their Heracross, and Giratina pretty much hard counters Heracross. It's simple as that. There's no ifs, ands, or buts or anything else. It's just straight up because Megahorn not very effective, close combat not very effective, and we're doing neutral damage right back. So going for a Dragon Claw onto the Muck here. We're just gonna, Dragon Breath and Dragon Claw. This thing is just obviously super good. And if you're like, oh, come on, why are you using legendaries? Well, guys, like I've explained before, Go Battle League is not what it used to be, and you have to bring your A game constantly. And, well, I just wanted a few possible wins with these legendaries here because it's not fun when you go into the battles and it's just, like, countered and stuff. So when you throw these legendaries in there, it gives you a bit of a, peace of mind and a little bit of the edge in battle. So up against the Cresselia here with the Snarl. So fantastic. We're able to take a look at more Snarl battles. So you're going to be able to see it's obviously going to get to the crunches a lot faster. So we're going to be able to put on that pressure a little bit more here, as well as doing super effective with the Snarl. So not bad. And we have used the shield at this point. They have used none. So, I mean, it's not like, super, super good, but it works, right? It works. If I ran into a Poliwrath, not looking great. We're going to have to bait them, hopefully, or maybe go for just a close combat, which is going to lower our defense anyway. So it's not a great situation. That's why I have the Giratina on the team for that kind of situation, right? The Heracross, like we described, if they would have stayed in, that would have been a bad thing for me. They would have done not very effective damage, and yeah, it's like both ways because of my crunch and my close combat. So we're up against a Giratina here. And getting off that Dragon Claw. They have no more shields left, so I'm feeling pretty good. Able to get to one more. And this is gonna KO. And they made a swap into their Swampert. That was very nice. Really nice swap there. And so we're just going to be bringing in our own Swampert, shielding this first one up, getting extra energy. So we're going to be able to hit 2 of these back to back here. So there's the first one, and there is the second one. Looking great. And we should be able to get to a, well, they're going to hit us with a charge move, but we have so much health, we're fine. We're going to be able to get to a Hydro Cannon and take them out. And that's exactly what happened. Awesome. Good game. So looking good, folks. If you do enjoy these videos like usual, please give it a big thumbs up. It always helps me out so much. You have no idea. Really appreciate it. Subscribe if you're new and turn notifications on so you don't miss any of my videos. So now we switch back to Charm, looks like, up against the Cresselia here. See the outcome. You know, it really does switch when they do get the attack debuff on you. You could be in a good position and all of a sudden they get that, and well, it's not going to be looking good for you whatsoever. So they're going to be bringing in their Charizard when I swapped into my Cresselia. We're going for Future Sight. Let's see if we can get this through here. We do, great. Because of the Moonblast is not going to be very effective. Potential to lower the attack, but I'd rather just go for the Future Sight in this position here. And now we're just going to go for another one. Let's see if they want to keep that Charizard alive. Well, we're going for Moonblast this time. That would have KO'd anyways. They decide to shield it up. They want to take this Cresselia out before we can get them out. They want to keep that switch advantage, but we have a Swampert in the back. And I think we can go in here and farm, but I'm going in with Granbull to farm a little bit. So, alright, that works. Let's see what they're going to be bringing out. It's going to be a Togekiss, and not looking too hot. We have a shield, so let's see how I'm going to be able to work around this. Alright, so that's that. Never mind. Actually, yeah, I think we're good. No, we're good. Never mind. Shielding that up. No attack debuff. Fantastic. We're going to be able to survive this and get off one more Hydro Cannon. Or not. Or not. I think I actually might lose this. Never mind. Oh my gosh. Wow. Oh boy. Oh, the Togekiss had energy. Man, that was so close. I remember this battle too. Yeah, that's a good game. Oh, good game, and very nice saving that energy on the Togekiss there. Moving it on to the next battle here. We're met with a Poliwrath, and here we go. Do we have Charm? Yes. Alright, so we have Charm. We're not looking bad. They're swapping into Reggie Steele. We're going to be going right into Swampert and take control of the situation. Expecting a Focus Blast. Going to be doing a lot of damage, but that's perfectly fine. And we're just going to go for that Earthquake right away here. No baiting or nothing. They wanted to use a shield there. Are they going to double shield their Reggie Steele is the question. And are we going to shield our Swampert? Yes, we do. It's a Flash Cannon, not very effective. We would have survived that, but I didn't want to risk it. We're in a good position here. Going for that Earthquake. They're letting it go through. And we're going to let this go through, expecting a Flash Cannon. We should survive it and barely be able to take them out. And whatever does come in, it's not going to be able to farm us. We have, wow, we had a Hydro Cannon. Chip damage. It's not very effective, but that's fine. Just a little bit is better than nothing before we do go down there. Bringing in the Granbull, and they're going to be swapping into the Cresselia immediately here. And we're going to go ahead and shield up that Moonblast. Going for the Crunch here. They still have that one shield left over. They did not use it quite yet. We have our own full health Cresselia, so we've won at this point because Poliwrath cannot go up against Cresselia. It is its worst nightmare. Or Charmer's its worst nightmare, but since we do have the health advantage up against this Cresselia, even if they have a shield, we're going to be able to win this here. They're swapping into their Poliwrath to potentially absorb something. Getting off that Dynamic Punch, we're going to go ahead and build up a lot more energy that we need because we're just in such a good position here. We can't do that right now. In case the Cresselia is going to be lying in wait with a charge move ready to go, we'll be able to at least hit ours, and there you go. It is ready to go with energy. Bringing in the Granbull, and we're just going to charm it down, taking the win here. Alright, moving it on to the next. If Lucario's in this, this should be the last battle. Might be. Nope, alright, we have another one after this. So we're going to swap because that's a horrible situation. They did have Bullet Punch, and it was just digging into our Fairy-type Granbull like crazy. And if you haven't noticed, Granbull is one of my favorite Pokemon to use in the Ultra League. It's just so reliable. It does so much damage, and you can switch it up from the Charm to the Snarl to make it a little bit more spammy, or you can go with the Charm option and just do a ton of damage to pretty much everything except Reggie Steele. Right? And up against the Gyarados, this is obviously such a good situation for us. Dragon Breath resisted, Crunch resisted. Alright, looking good. They're bringing back in Scizor here. We're going to go ahead and let this go through, expecting a Night Slash. Fantastic. But the Bullet Punch, oh, it's not able to take us out. We're able to get off a Crunch, which is going to be neutral damage. They're shielding it up, swapping into Cresselia immediately here. Trying to salvage this battle because I know I've already lost. There is a slight potential that I could win this, but it's not looking too good here. So they did use that last shield. We're going to go ahead and go for the Moonblast. Hopefully we can get the attack debuff. Oh, nope, they swapped into Togekiss. They got the attack debuff right away. We're able to get to another Moonblast. Are we going to get another debuff? Are we? Nope, but that's fine. Ancient Power, don't know if it would KO, but we're going to shield up anyways. We wanted to farm down. Oh, they didn't use the last shield. I don't know what I was talking about. They have one more shield left. And going for the Moonblast, trying to get off 2 here. There's 1 and 2. All right, can we do it? Can we do it? No, of course not. It's not very effective. Granbull has no health. In comes Cresselia. Down I go, and down both of them go. Good game. And Caesar takes the win there. Very nice. Moving it on to the next one here. And we're met with an Escavalier. And we have Lucario. This is going to be our last battle here, folks. Alright, so in this situation, like we discussed earlier, Mega Horn's not an option. They can't, I mean, they could, but it's not worth it. Waste of energy. Drill Run's going to be the option. And our Charm is going to be just, you know, doing a ton of damage to that thing. It's not very effective, but hey, look at the damage it's putting off. And then the counter's not going to be very effective. They're able to take us down, which is perfectly fine. We're going to go ahead and go in here with Lucario and just farm a little bit. And hope they don't have something that's going to counter us hard in the back. It's going to be a Charizard and they counter us hard in the back. Alright, and I'm doing something crazy here. I'm staying in. So they don't get... I don't really know why I did this. I just wanted to anyways. Lucario putting off the work, surviving, swapping. Okay, how is this going to play out here? I don't know if this is going to be a winnable match. Well, but I do remember at the very end, Swampert falls flat on its stomach, which is absolutely hilarious. And I did slow it down, so you can take a look at that too. Alright, so we're going to be shielding this up. Yeah, I already knew they had a couple ready to go, so we're just... Yep, just trying to make do with what we have here. Getting to another Hydro Cannon, but it's just too little too late. Not able to KO, swapping, and... Lucario taking out Charizard. That was incredible. In comes Swampert and falls to its stomach. So thank you for watching, trainers. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll be catching you all next time. Take care.